it is.
That is awesome.
If the Reagan Raiders are just a little bit more than fired up, there's a good reason. They made a little history tonight. They have been game of the week more than a few times. And, you know, we're not going to talk about what happened in the previous games of the week, but this is the first time they've ever won the game of the week. The Raiders getting it done in one of the best and most competitive games that we might see all year. We'll get to their highlights. A thrilling victory in holding on fashion over Northwest Guilford tonight at home in Pofftown. But we're going to begin with a battle of undefeated, and Reagan will be interested in this one too. High Point Central and West Forsyth both 4-0. Defensive battle in the first half as West comes into the third with a 1-point lead. Titans start with the ball. The handoff goes to Marcus Caldwell, and he was off, but hold on. There's going to be a flag on the play. West Forsyth head coach Adrian Snow doesn't love the call. Let's put it that way. So the Titans would end up settling for a field goal on the possession. Ensuing kickoff. It's always the ensuing kickoff, isn't it? Bison senior Charles Edmond has got the rock, and he's a man on a mission. He's number one for a reason. Barely touched as he takes it all the way to the house. Bison lead now 13-10, but the Titan D would come up big. As we see the extra point there. Bad snap by High Point, and big Jalen Dalton with the recovery and the score. West wins the battle of unbeatens, 31-20. All the Reagan guys go, man! All right, Reedsville and Northern Guilford entering the night, just one loss between these two combined. First quarter, Reedsville on the drive. Trey Marsh there for the pick for the Nighthawks. That would set up the offense, and they don't need a whole lot of help. C.J. Freeman is going to take this one in for the quick 7-0 lead. Later, more from Northern. This time, Cameron Harris. He hits Mook, who, believe it or not, is going to play in the secondary at Virginia Tech in college. Boy, that's a pretty pitch and catch, isn't it? 55 yards. Northern still perfect. Reedsville's now dropped back-to-back games, 33-17. Okay, let's go on to the next one. I know that guy. That's big Reggie Gillespie from Southern Guilford, trying to improve to 5-0 in the night. Third quarter, Smith with the ball. Miles White decides to keep him to self. That's a good decision. Touchdown. But Southern Guilford would prove why they are undefeated. Reggie Gillespie, a regular here on the Friday Night Football Show. He's got speed. He's got power. Nice enough not to ball our cameraman over either on the sideline. That was nice. He's gone. And the Storm make it look relatively easy for another night. Let's show the final here. 58-18. They are 5-0. North Davidson, another 4-0 squad on the road tonight against Glenn. Third quarter, 35-6 North. Black Knights with the ball. Kennedy McCoy takes the handoff. He is up the middle. And 35 yards later, he would be in for the score, 42-6 North. Later in the quarter, it's McCoy again. This time he's going to take the snap and elude a couple of guys, take it out wide. And when you've got that kind of speed, you can beat everybody to the edge. Life is pretty good. 49-6 Black Knights at this point. Still third quarter, North quarterback Joe Butts rolling out, looking for his receiver. But Jordan Jarrell comes up with the nice pick there. Not a ton of highlights on this night for Glen North. You see the final there, 49-13. 3-0 Walkertown visiting Millers Creek and the West Wilkes Blackhawks. West get things going first. Jeremiah Triplett on the QB keeper. He's going to go 42 yards. Looking like Andy Dalton there with those Cincinnati Bengals helmets. He would be pushed out at the 4, or tackled at the 4, maybe the more accurate way to say it. And he's not a selfish guy either. A couple of plays later, he's going to find Jacob Wood for the 4-yard little handoff score there. A lot of times the quarterbacks, when they get those long keepers, they want to score it themselves. Walkertown with a response. Ian McKnight, he's pretty mobile too. He would be in. That would make it 7-6 after a missed PAT. Walkertown didn't miss much on this night. They're now 4-0. Let's show that final. 51-20 is your final score. All right, second game in 5 days for Mount Tabor. Sparty hosting Grimsley this evening. Whirlies would get the ball first. Freshman quarterback Gerald Simpson is going to throw it deep downfield, but terrific coverage by the Tabor D. Jay-Sean Jackson comes up with the pick, and on the ensuing possession, the handoff goes to Isaiah Jones, but look out, the ball is on the ground. It's a fumble. The Whirlies would recover. Tabor would eventually find its stride. Remember, they had to go to Butler on Monday. Handoff goes to James Antoine. He's in for 6. Then in the second quarter, if it worked once, it might work again. Antoine again, he fights in a 2-score lead at this point. Nice bounce-back victory for Tabor City. 33-7 is your final. Another tough one tonight for 0-4 Page with East Forsyth in town. Pirates get the scoring started in the first quarter. Quarterback Will Jones with a 2-yard run right here. Fighting and pushing. Get Pirates on Talk Like a Pirate Day, by the way. You may have known that. East comes right back. Eagles quarterback Carson Sharp to Brian Gentry. He's got it. Nice catch. Down at the 1. East would score on the next play, and we're tied. Page next drive, Micah Gafford looking right, finding nothing, so he takes it left. 14-0. Pirates. Second quarter. Eagles on the move. Sharp fakes the handoff, throws the out to Neek Martin, and he's breaking tackles and breaking hearts. So on his way to a 35-yard score. That made it 14-all. East would hang on. 31-21 is your final. Thomasville still looking for win number 1 of the night with Davie County in town. And let's all bash each other in the head before the game starts. All right, good. Now we're ready. Davie quarterback Parker Carell hits Ben Ellis for a nice 15-yard gain here. That would set up a 27-yard field goal by John Young. It is good, and that would make it 3-0 War Eagle. And that's when the defenses took over. Avery Williford and Jarrell Farmer play who can get to the quarterback first and take him down the hardest. Meanwhile, Evan Makupson plays sack the quarterback for the Dogs. Once they saw our camera leave, I think both coaches got together and said, okay, guys, we can score some points now. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Davie improves to 4-1, 31-13 is your final. Off to Kernersville we go, where Bishop McGinnis was taking on South Stokes on this night. First touchdown of the night comes from Bishop's Nathan Wolfel. He is going, gone. 2-point conversion would be good, so an 8-0 lead right out of the gate. Second half now, or second quarter, I should say. South Stokes not letting the boys in blue have all the glory. TJ Whaley pushes through, takes this one home for the Stars. Another long run for Bishop McGinnis. 70 yards. Andrew Rowley taking it all the way to the end zone, but it would not be enough. The Stars steal one on the road. 28-24 is your final score. North Surrey and North Wilkes meeting up in Hayes this evening. Picking up in the second half. 36-0 Hounds. David Wood knocks on wood, knocks on the end zone. First points of the night for the Vikes, but it's 36-7. North Surrey with an answer. Nolan Stanley hands off to Corbin Bullens. He's in from 10 yards out. 42-7 at this point, and suffice it to say, the Hounds do most of the barking on this night. 48-19 is your final. And Bartlett Yancey taking on Andrews. Somebody was going to pick up their first victory of the season. Andrews up big at the half, 43-7, which means a running clock and running the ball. Andrews still finding ways to move it forward. DJ Hill around the end, 34-yard gain. That would set up Jaquiza Hope on the 4-yard TD run. 50-7 at this point. Looking a little bit like Thursday night football in the NFL from last night. Jordan Brown cuts through the BY defense. 22 yards here, and he's going to take it to the house, and it's coming to the sideline, so our Photog's going to take it to the house as well. 56-7 at this point. Red Raiders get off the schneid in a big way, 70-13. All right, they've waited like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years to see highlights from a game of the week, and we finally have it for the Reagan Raiders. High school playbook game of the week. It is next. Reagan over North in a thriller. We're back in a shift.
WXII 12 Sports is brought to you by Modern Automotive. Experience the modern difference.